It is officially 2026, and it's kind of crazy for me to say this. I can't really fathom the year 2026. It was also really hard to accept the year 2025. I feel like these numbers seem so futuristic to me, but since we are in 2026 and it is a new year, it is a great opportunity for me to talk about a rebrand. 2026 rebrand. The New Year's and the concept of like the leveling up, getting better, new year, new me is kind of a meme now, and that is totally understandable. It's been so overdone. I am still here for a fresh start any time of the year. If there's an opportunity to start again, I will. So I'm not against this whole concept, and I kind of really want to talk about it because it is so relevant every year. Even if you choose to not admit it, it still comes around every year. I'm sure everybody has seen the videos on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram Reels, where what is the ultimate guide for a 2026 rebrand? How to level up yourself. And all of that is great because when people have goals and ambitions, that is super cool and sexy, but the name itself is a little bit scary for me, and I will explain why. Personally, for me, the word rebrand is like rebranding a product. What I have not seen a lot with the word rebrand is how quickly you can lose yourself by doing that. That is exactly what I want to talk about today. You can rebrand and still keep your authenticity, and it's even better to do so. What a lot of this content is pushing, or maybe the vibes that it's giving, is that you have to change as a person. Be an unrecognizable person by the end of the year. And that to me seems very inauthentic. When you change and when you have these goals to become unrecognizable, it almost for me seems very performative. Even if I am using this word today in this video, and I probably will use it in the title of this video, I do kind of have my own definition for the word. And it's definitely a much softer approach to it. You can definitely have this hunger to change as a person, but it will be even more magical if you just lean into yourself and into the things that you already like. Then again, there's a problem with a lot of people, and I'm still figuring this out myself, is what is authentic to me? Like, what do I even like? You know what you like. And that is just the truth. I feel like that is a bunch of bullshit if you think that you don't know what you like. It can start with aesthetics, a style, hairstyle, to building a lifestyle for yourself and for your future self. You know what you want. You may think that you don't know what you want because of the voices in your head trying to tell you that I can't do that, or there's no way I'll do that. What will other people think about me? When you take away these thoughts and you actually lean in to your own desires, I feel like that's when you can actually be an authentic version of yourself. I have written notes down of what I want to talk about in this video, and I have literally wrote down, don't change, but lean into the things you already like. When something is performative, it doesn't seem authentic, and I think in today's society, it seems uncool. The most pointless thing to do is to go on Pinterest and make a mood board. And I'm not talking about the mood board, I love mood boards. But make a mood board out of pictures that society thinks is successful, if that makes sense. But when you ask yourself, do you actually want this? Maybe the answer is no. And that's what we need to leave in 2025. Mood boards. I love mood boards, vision boards, anything of the sorts. I love having fun with them. I feel like the whole process is just so fun. Last year, I made a mood board. 80% of it actually became true, if I can say that. A lot of people think that vision boards are this like magical thing that comes true, but ultimately it's just you setting your goals, putting pictures together that you like, and going towards those goals. So obviously, logically thinking, it will come true. When you're making a mood board, think of aesthetics, think of textures, think of a feeling. This will help you make the mood board that you want. What I love to do when I'm scrolling through Pinterest, any image that I feel drawn to, I just put it on the mood board. Because I really liked and enjoyed the process last year of making a vision board, I also wanted to make it this year. Me and my friends did it together, and it was so fun. Enjoy the process. Cultivate these positive emotions, and then put it to work. Get the dopamine hit and the vision of yourself living the lifestyle that you've put on the board, achieving the goals that you put on the board. Let that be your motivation for the next year. So when you've leaned into yourself and you've realized what you like, the next step is doing. It's discipline. And discipline, oh my God, this word I feel like I have said I don't know how many times in the past few months. It is such a cliche. You have this motivation because motivation will go. And when motivation goes, discipline comes in. Before putting discipline into use, I didn't get shit done. I would end the year by saying, but the things that I wanted didn't come true. Of course they won't come true if you won't actually take action. So start doing. It can be baby steps, and it probably at the beginning will be baby steps. And for some time, you won't see any progress. But then you will start seeing it. For ages, I thought that quotes and videos like these actually that I'm making now will motivate me. The discipline will magically somehow appear. But for me, it just was a realization that if I want stuff in my life, and maybe that's with like growing up and realizing that you are responsible of your life and how it will become, you just have to do. There's nothing else you can do. You have to start. A lot of people just don't want to do that because it is hard. Remember the simple things, a simple routine that is actually important. Make sure you're sleeping enough. Make sure you're eating well. Make sure you're moving your body. All of these basic things you hear all the time will help you. And then you can add on to it. I just hope more people will lean into their authenticity this year instead of trying to be a whole different person because it's cool or the aesthetic is cool or you just want to seem cool to other people. Just be yourself. Be yourself and highlight it. If you were scared of being yourself, lean into it and be yourself even more. That is definitely one of my biggest goals for this year. And I just wish the same for everyone else. Wishing you the best year and a lot of success and a lot of happiness and a lot of love and a lot of authenticity.